folks, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a tarot and energy reading, looking at the energy with the new moon in Aquarius on January 29th, 2025. I still have to think about the dates. Even though I've nearly been in this year a month, I'm still having to think, is that actually the date? Anyway, the decks that I'm going to be using is the Gilded Tarot by Cairo Marchetti. I'm also going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Let's see what this new moon is going to show us, teach us, bring to the table. Okay. You know, I've got an idea. Should we do it for a collective level and then a personal level and see what comes up? Do you know what? I'm going to have to write that down so I don't forget. I make no apologies for being moi. So, should we do collective first or personal? Put your hand up. You can't because it's pre-recorded. Anyway, let's look at collective first, and then we'll do personal. Right, so I'll keep that there, and I'll tick it when we've done it so we know. So, collectively, new moon in Aquarius. New moon in Aquarius. The up and coming new moon in Aquarius. What is it going to bring up collectively? You could argue that both personal and collective is the same. What you're feeling personally could be also what somebody else is feeling, but in a different way, through different circumstances. So show me the collective energies. Collective global energies. Collective global energies, new moon. Wow, yeah. Shall I show you them? We've got the Seven of Cups, which is that good old delusion. I'm not sure what to think energy. Can't get to the bottom of something. All the elements as well. We've got fire there. We've got everything coming to the table. Emotions as well. We know that cups are emotions. That's interesting. I heard you've got a choice on how we deal with it, whatever it is collectively, globally. And at the bottom, we've got the Temperance card. Temperance, bringing in balance, being able to channel our fire and our water. And I feel the answer is in between, to not be too much into our water, to not be too much into our fire, to be able to channel both of them, to take a breather. There's an energy here of many people needing to take a breather or choosing to take a breather from not the collective, from the global stuff, to come back to a sense of self. Let's keep pulling. Got a King of Pentacles. We've got a King of Pentacles. Who's that then? Well, Claire. We've got a King of Pentacles here, right? We'll keep pulling, then we'll read them properly. We've got a Wheel of Fortune. We've got a Queen of Cups. We've got Three of Cups. We'll read them properly. I'm just going to read them. Oops, read them out to you. Three of Wands. Page of Wands. Two of Swords. And I'm going to see the card that comes after the Two of Swords. Ace of Swords. Truths. One of the things I'm really tuning into at the minute is the younger generation. And I'm not one of those people that say it's up to the younger generation now to save us and get us out of this. But I'm really feeling a real sense of that the younger generation are gearing up to start stepping forward, and we're going to see more of it. And it's going to be very different to previous generations. They're going to be misunderstood if you're not on their same frequency and level. That old King of Pentacle energy. Now, the King of Pentacle energy is a great thing for stability. But what I'm feeling here, take it away from what King of Pentacle means for you in a personal reading. With it being next to the Wheel of Fortune and the illusion, there is this illusionary energy against the old patriarchal and matriarchal ways. The old, you know what I mean? The old stiffness, the old brutality of the old systems. And the Queen of Cups comes in to say this, there's a new wave. For although we can look out now into the world and go, oh, and you're right to do that. We don't gaslight on this channel. Um, this Queen of Cups comes in to say, look after yourself, nurture yourself, look after your emotional needs. The old ways of everyone needs to do this is going, even though it feels when you look on the world stage that it's not. I actually feel that this transition that we're going through is needed to bring about this originality. That we're going to be stepping away from everybody dressing the same, looking the same, believing the same, saying the same. There's going to be more and more originality coming through. And the aspects of us within it, if there's still a little fragment there, or people that are still firmly anchored in, are not going to like it. They're going to feel threatened by it. There's a joyous energy coming in with the Three of Cups. And I feel as well, this is the rising divine feminine and the rising divine feminine. We must remember that there is a rising not just in the feminine energy, but the divine masculine within, whether whatever sexuality, you're male or female or whatever. This rising feminine energy, this rising masculine energy, the rising of good, decent women, the rising of good, decent men. I don't mean like in a monetary sense, I mean the energy rising. You'll see more acts of this if we choose to look for it. Also, as well, there's a receiving energy here of nobody can tell you what you should be receiving or feeling. Nobody can tell you how you should be reacting to something. Nobody has the right to tell you how you should be reacting to something. There's a great planetary alignment happening as I'm filming this. I'm filming this on the what date is that? Are we on? 24th. And many people have got excited about it and been able to see the beauty of it. But one or two have jumped on a bandwagon where they're trying to slam people down that have done that. It's some people can see magic, some people can't see magic. And, there can be magic in a simple cup of tea. You know, there can be magic in, stroking your cat. There can be magic in just sitting out and looking up at that sky and seeing those planets where they are. Um, so nobody has a right to tell you what you should be feeling and experiencing. This new wave that I've just talked about, the youngsters coming in, um, to make a change. We've got a Two of Swords here. Again, divine feminine, divine masculine, truth coming in. We've got swords coming in collectively, so we've got cups, we've got wands, we've got a balance of energies here. Um, Swords, we know things we say in our mind, mental stuff that we hold. Cups is our emotions and love, if you're going up for a love reading. Wands is the fire energy, it's the doer. So there's a mixed bag, and that Wheel of Fortune coming in says there's a mixed bag here. For some people, this moon will be that. For some people, this moon will be that. For some people, this moon will be that. And that's fine. We've got to get out of this habit of, nope, it's this. That's the old patriarchy, darling, and that's going. Open the door and walk out. Slam it on the way out. I don't give a shit. Um, it's it's about temperance and balance and, you know, tolerance and compassion and being able to see different perspectives as that energy coming with it. Yes, there will still be that dense reaction out there, that denseness, but there's also something else coming in. I'm seeing at the minute so many passionate people coming in with so much wisdom, not gaslighting, not shit stirring neither as well. Because the difference is that you can shit stir it and not do you know what I mean? Um, Many people bring in through some great teaching and great wisdom and great unity conscious teaching at this time. Um, Tea today, well, it's always going to be on a morning, like that cup, everybody. Emma Bridgewater. It's not Emma Bridgewater tea, it's an Emma Bridgewater cup. Um, I liked it because of the pink flowers, the roses and stuff. Metal. So yeah, that's the collective vibe. Let's look at the oracle cards. Here and now, staying present during this new moon, staying in presence, staying in your heart, staying in compassion. Again, it's another portal. All that glitters isn't always gold at the bottom. Wow. I mean, there's so many tangents Claire could go on with that. It's untrue. But many are now starting to see that all that glitters really isn't gold. The masks are slipping. Reminds me of the plague mask, that. This dis-ease that's been within the world. People are starting to see it. They're seeing the manipulations and the different ways that the manipulations can come in. But out of that comes light. A biggie. Oh, you're not allowed to say that apparently now. You're not allowed to say shift or that it's a biggie or collective. So I'll say what I want, thanks. Surrender pity. I got this card this morning. It gave me the vibe. You're allowed to say vibe on YouTube. It gave me the vibe of just letting things go and being free and holding on to your wishes as well. Not letting current events take you out of your wish zone. Um, Yeah, don't stay here. Never ending story. Trying to not feel it. So feel the feels if you need to go here, but don't stay there. Allow your time there, but make sure that it's sacred time there for you to release and hold on to your dreams and to concentrate on your dreams, to concentrate on your creativity, whatever your creativity is. It doesn't have to be a creative craft. Creativity is your self-expression. Creativity is your life. Creativity is your place in the world. It can be your business, your work, your role as a parent, a grandparent, your role as a friend, sister, whatever. Your role in the world, your role in your neighbor, your creativity. What am I creating in my life? So let's go to what's personally coming up. And some of this will be different, some of this will be similar, some of it will come in different ways for those watching. But let's have a look at something on a personal level. Let's get personal. Okay. On a personal level, what is this new moon bringing to the table? Oh, yay. Hmm. We've got victory coming in. Standing tall, standing proud, stepping forward, rising above. Look at that, how this is all in dark here. Rising above the denseness. We're being asked on a person and a collective level. Like I said, there can be is to rise above the denseness, the darkness, the old 3D false matrix paradigms. Okay. And that this is possible to do that. And we've got this one on the bottom, Four of Pentacles. Whoa, I'm stuck where I am. This is, let that, I mean, there's a big thing at the minute called let them, isn't there? Let them hate you. Let them chat crack about you. Let them whatever. Let them hate you. Let them talk about you. Let them gossip about you. And it's almost like if somebody wants to stay stuck, let them. If somebody wants to hold on to their views, their way, or the highway, let them. It's between them and their gods. Let them. And this is also a message of if we feel we're going into that, release it. The Four of Pentacles can be strong stability, but if it's too much, which it always feels with this depiction, it can be rigidity. And something else we know on the planet is wanting to come in. We've got the King of Pentacles. So your self-worth, your self-value. Again, he's looking up at the universe. He sees the magic in all the alignments. He's able to see the magic in all of it. He's able to see the magic and the shift in one simple star. He's able to see the magic in his universe while still being grounded and abundant. He's also got the green cloak around him, the green cloak of healing. His feet are on the ground. He's got that's interesting as well. I was going to say his feet are firmly on the ground. They're not actually. He's got one foot crossed over the other one, but he's got green shoes on. So for although he's not fully on the ground, he's still grounded but not rigid. Enjoy, lighten up, have fun. There was a card that came up. You might, I hope people catch up on this reading, but it came through on the Cacao chat in the inauguration. It was Inner Child. And it only came to me this last evening that one of the things I felt that symbolized was have fun. Whether you voted for or against, doesn't matter. The inner child is wanting to step forward for both. Both as in whether you voted blue or red, to remind yourself to stop being so serious, to have fun, to play, to be childlike, to be healthy childlike. I know that children can be cruel and children can bully. This is about, the inner child card is about being the sacred inner child. It's about being the kind, funny, freedom of inner child, to get back to play, to get back to fun, to stop taking life so serious. And that's what I'm picking up with this Three of Cups. It's time to celebrate. Don't let the collective noise take us away from celebrating and finding joy in each other. And I think that that's going to be an energy going forward as we start to see the collapse of certain things. We're going to be coming back to ourselves and the tribes that are safe spaces and humanity and all is one. It's going to take some time. We've also got a Queen of Pentacles, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine coming in. The wise feminine within us, the wise masculine. The peacock, I love the peacock. The peacock's got his feathers down because it doesn't always have to. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of that at the minute. Sometimes you can just be. You don't need to. Ta-da! There's a time and a place for it. It's knowing that you don't need to prove yourself. Wow. You don't need to prove yourself. Stop trying to prove yourself. And look at that, the Ten of Swords, because it just defeats you. I've got to prove my worth. If somebody is determined to dish you, to bring you down, whatever you say or do, in fact, they'll get a kick. They'll get a parasitic kick out of you. Trying to prove yourself. They want that. Don't give them it. Yeah, don't give them it. You know you do you, your self-worth. There's an energy, I'm going to take everything, I'm going to do everything, I'm going to be heard. Let them. You don't need to prove your point. You just need to do you. And that's how we get our Ace of Cups moment. Emotional well-being. The thing is, when a debate is healthy and debate can open your mind to something if it's a healthy debate. But when you're dealing with toxicity, you're not going to get anywhere. They'll just come and come and come and come at you. Whenever I think of that situation, I'm always reminded of my dad years ago that used to work on doors. That's like security type thing in a pub, right? He worked alongside bouncers. And one of the things, this was in the 90s, one of the things that the bouncers used to say was that when somebody had taken a certain substance, no matter how many times you threw them, I mean, the TMI is coming here. No matter how much time you threw them out of the club, they'd come back. And you'd throw them out again, and they'd come back. And they could tell that they were under the influence of something. It's that kind of energy. It's like, no, 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 no. It's like a dog with a bone energy. And it's the more you feed it, the more you are. It's food. It's nectar. And then eventually they'll just ignore you. Do you know what I mean? So looking after you, look at where it's landed as well on my desk. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to be seen or heard. You need to see and hear you. And self care, the Ace of Cups, heart centered living, heart centered loving, heart centered creativity, heart centered work. And that's how we go forward with the chariot. And if you see now here, these two usually in some depictions are depicted like that. It's aligned in this depiction. You're not trying to control everything. Flow. You don't need to defend yourself. That door's open behind him. He can just walk through it and just shut the door on it and go, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to write the title down. I do forget these things, you see. So, and it's not total formal on here. We don't cut every blip out. We do that really with the vlogs. And that's how you get your Hierophant moment. That's how you rise higher. And that's how take your spiritual path to the next level, take your life path to the next level, take your learning to the next level. The Lovers, choice and healing, and self confidence. I know who I am, I know my self worth. And that's how we plant new seeds, the Ace of Pentacle coming in. And, our wishes can be fulfilled. We talked about don't let go of your wishes on a collective level. This is how to keep in with your wishes. And there's a reward, financial reward with that. Knowledge, wisdom, experience, and money coming in. Right, let's do the oracle cards for the personal level. Truth be told, again, masks slipping. Truth be told, truth coming out, regeneration, time to regenerate and go forward. What's done is done. Now it's time to regenerate. Stripped bare to come back again. You think about the winter, the trees and everything's bare, it's barren, it's cold. It hibernates and then it comes, as it's hibernating, it's starting to build up again in the spring. Do you know what I mean? It comes back in the spring. Tick tock. There's something here with time as well. Time is precious. Your time on this earth is precious. Wouldn't it be sad to get to that moment where we're going to transition and go, I spent way too much time obsessing over that. I spent way too much time worrying over that. I spent way too much time in arguments over that. I spent way much time and know that your time in this physical realm is finished for now. Yeah, never ending story. Time is ticking. I need to make sure my time on here for the rest of my days is spent in peace, balance, tranquility. That doesn't mean to say it's going to be perfect. That just means I need to go through it in a better way than I have been doing. I need to let something go, embrace my wishes, stay in the presence here and now. See how the similar cards are coming through? Between worlds, we are transitioning between old earth and new earth. And we always knew this was never going to be easy. We always knew there'd be blips and whoa moments and scary moments and dark night of the soul personal moments, dark night of the soul global moments. But you put your hand up for it. Message in a bottle, wisdom. I was talking about this morning with Gary and about what are we going to leave behind and the responsibility of each generation to make sure they're not leaving chaos, conflict, trauma, and abuse behind, that they're leaving the world. Can you leave your corner of the world in a better place than you found it? And that's how you get happy, happy, happy. I can't change the world. But what I can do is I can leave this corner of the world a happier place than what I found it. I can change it. And be blessed. Co-create, coming together, unity consciousness. Whatever someone's belief system, orientation, whatever, this is a time for unity. That's how you show your maturity, your spiritual maturity, your life maturity, flexibility in a world that's still holding on to that rigidity. Flexibility comes in. The fates, this is the fates. It was meant to be like this for you to find your sparkle. Going round and round until we get it right. Oh, I like this deck, cleaning up our act. Whoa, what in us as a collective brought this in. What in us personally brought this in. And then we embrace new life, stepping into new life. Our own new life. So this moon is an interesting moon. And yes, again, all these shifts, planetary alignments, portals, moons, all of it. See the magic in all of it. Embrace it, live it, love it, and free yourself. So thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.